This is One Sentence News, a daily podcast featuring 3 news stories with a sentence-long summary and 1 sentence of context apiece. I'm Colin Wright. It's Monday, March 7th, 2022. Let's talk about the news. From Reuters, stop fighting, Putin tells Ukraine as anti-war protests grow. In today's Russia-Ukraine conflict summary, the EU is seeking to end Russia's most favored nation status with the World Trade Organization, which, if successful, could lead to new tariffs on about $105 billion worth of Russian trade goods. Russia has attacked and gained control of a Ukrainian nuclear power plant, the largest such plant in Europe. Humanitarian corridors meant to allow civilians to flee the fighting remain unsafe, as a proposed ceasefire has not been upheld by Russia's forces. Ukrainians continue to flee to nearby countries, safe corridor or not, with about 1.5 million refugees tallied by the UN so far. The US is trying to figure out how to get advanced combat jets to Ukraine, and about 1,300 new sanctions have been deployed against Russia-affiliated entities since February 22nd of this year. This weekend saw largely more of what we've been seeing the past week, but combat around a nuclear power plant raised new alarms, and several foreign leaders have spoken to Russian President Putin about how they might end his invasion of Ukraine. In the US, gasoline prices are at their highest since 2008. In Russia, another 4,800 anti-war protesters were arrested on a single day across 63 cities, and several countries are collecting evidence of war crimes committed by Russia against Ukrainian civilians. From the Wall Street Journal, strong hiring, low unemployment point to economy making post-pandemic pivot. The U.S. labor market added 678,000 workers in February, which is the biggest gain in 7 months, knocking the jobless rate to 3.8%, down from 4% a month earlier. This was greeted as surprising but welcome news, and it suggests to some analysts that despite the risks associated with rising oil prices and impending interest rate increases, the high levels of fresh employment in the U.S. may portend a near-future bull market rather than a fizzle or crash. And from the Associated Press, IS claims Pakistan bombing that kills 56 at Shiite mosque. The Islamic State terrorist group has claimed responsibility for a suicide bombing at a Shiite mosque in Peshawar, Pakistan, last Friday that killed at least 56 people and wounded 194 more. Shiite Muslims are a minority in Pakistan, and their mosques and gatherings have come under attack in the country many times over the past several years. Analysts have said that the retaking of Afghanistan by the Taliban last August may be emboldening this group, located just across the border, to engage in even more violence than usual. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com, and you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.